Yeah, that's why I'm late because I'm on the phone, but I'm going to end this call in a second.
Okay, thanks a lot. It's always interesting to see such things. Ages and ages ago, maybe not that long ago, if you were talking to yourself, you would look like you were crazy. And today, everybody talks to themselves all the time, but they're actually talking on a phone or something else. So on that, and now people are not just talking on their phones, they're talking to their AIs. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you might be watching this recording or watching it live. My name is Teresa Ekholm, and welcome to Open Office Hour, which I host every Friday, most Fridays, from 10 to 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And today is no exception. But today I am super excited to share this session because we have a guest speaker. I'd like to also remind you that we are and have been, I've been so pleased with us creating a community here. We share our progress, we share some of the issues we're having, and it's not about perfection, but sharing what we've learned and sharing our journey of discovery. And so today, I want to take a moment to introduce someone I deeply admire, not just for what he does, but for how he lives. He's a fellow member of my business mastermind group and someone whose presence in that space consistently stands out. His professional world is in real estate, the kind of big, thoughtful projects that require patience, vision, and a steady mind. He also hosts a Spanish language real estate podcast, helping others navigate that world with clarity and confidence. But what really drew me to him is not just business success, it's his character. And when he posts on Facebook, it's never noise. His words are grounded, wise, rooted in gratitude. He honors his family, he honors his mentors, he honors the people who have shown up in his life and helped shape him, and you can feel the integrity behind what he shares. And then he did something incredibly cool. He built a custom GPT modeled after one of his mentors, a digital extension of wisdom he values, and he actually uses it every day to guide his thinking and decisions. So today, he's here to share the story behind that, the inspiration, the process, and what it's done for him. So please help me welcome my friend and someone I deeply respect, Luis Salavarria.
Hi, Tirsa. Thank you for having me here.
And thank you so much for being here. I don't know if I made you co-host yet. Give me a moment to do that. So if you would like
And while you
to.
do that, let me actually get in the house because I was driving, picking up my daughter from school
Oh,
because they have finals this week.
do you
so,
want me to
uh,
wait a
so
few
uh,
minutes, Luis?
no. I literally
Okay.
just got to the house. If I lose you momentarily, just give me literally a minute because I'm in the
Awesome.
garage right now.
Thank you.
But
Awesome.
we'll go ahead and get into my computer first and get on with this interview. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, but I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to share about that GPT that I.
My husband and I watch the every morning at 7 o'clock. The school bus comes down the street, and at 7:06 ish, it comes back up the street. So we get to see when school is out and when it's in and when it's running late. So uh, that's very exciting. Good morning, Peggy.
Good morning and happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you too.
Yeah, I wanted to change this. I forgot to. I have my Christmas tree that I made. It's not a tree, it's a dress.
It's a wonderful creation. I love seeing it.
It's
Me
awesome.
too. It's
Oh, how nice.
it's very, very cool. Very cool.
Well, when I get to it, I'll change it. I haven't got the lights on, so that's life. But I wish you all a very happy holiday. Emlyn, maybe you will be back in Denver before the end of the year. Who knows? Who
No,
knows?
I just I went back for Thanksgiving and was there for 2 weeks, and now I'm back on the island, and I'll probably be here until the house sells. So I will be having a nice warm Christmas, and I don't mean with a fire. It'll be the temperature.
Well, that'll be nice. I'm in California. We love it. We don't
Yeah.
care. If we want snow, we drive to it.
Perfect. I am here now.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Luis.
No worries, no worries. Sorry about that. I actually didn't know that I had to pick up my daughter from school.
Ah.
So I was voluntold, as usually for my wife.
The spouses' wives are so good at doing that.
Yes,
I do it
yes,
to
they
my
are.
husband a lot.
They are. Yeah, no, I just listen and drive.
Very good. Very good. Well, thank you
But
so much, Luis.
yeah,
I super appreciate you being here. And
thank you.
yes. Um, so, Luis, tell us a little bit about you to begin with. And
Sure. Yeah, so I'm a real estate investor in Texas, in Houston, Texas, and I've been investing for the past 19 years, mainly residential and now commercial properties. And recently, I invest in a lot of things. Alternative investments. I have investments in crypto. I have investments in YouTube channels, and but mainly real estate. And I'm always looking for ways to improve my operations, myself, and also others that are investing with me, and anyone who is basically my circle. And by doing that, I had this idea of I'm just using the segue into basically what we're here for. So by doing that, I just realized that I could use AI to improve what I'm doing. So I started doing what I guess most of us were doing at the beginning when ChatGPT appeared. Just like, give me the text, or improve this email that I'm trying to send this person. That's pretty much the extent that a lot of us were using ChatGPT for. But now we realize that there's so much more that we can use GPTs or ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or whatever in daily operations. So I had this idea. I realized that you can actually create your GPT. So I had this idea of basing my GPT on JD Fox, which is a mentor of mine, a friend of mine as well. And he is a business entrepreneur, like highly paid coach, and he knows a lot of business itself, real estate as well. And the idea was to base this GPT on him because he has experience, and also because I've had access to his trainings, his coachings, and videos, and all that, right? So I did that, and I have this very powerful version of ChatGPT, which is basically based off of him. And I started using that every single day on my business. And I think anybody can actually do that. If you have like a mentor or somebody that you can emulate, or that you want to sort of make your model as, you can do that too. And that's basically my introduction. I don't know if you want to go deeper in some other way, or like, do you want me to show you what I do, or I don't know. Just go ahead and tell me.
oh, thank you so much. No, this is really amazing, and it's a wonderful use case for ChatGPT. And so, if you wouldn't mind to share a little bit behind the scenes,
Of course.
we'd love to do that.
Sure. Let me do something here. Am I able to share with you guys?
You should be co-host.
Okay, good. So I should be able to share, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let me go ahead and move this here so I can show you later. And now I can share. Okay. Perfect. I think you can see it now, right? Yes.
Yes. Perfect.
Okay, so let me show you what I have. So if you go into, so this is ChatGPT, right? And if you open a new chat here, it's going to be just a normal ChatGPT chat. But if you go to your GPTs, you can actually open the GPTs that you already have. So I have a market mind, which is basically just for investment, like stock investments. And I also have a YouTube creator type of GPT, which is based on stuff that I learned from Mr. Beast and Marquez and other people like that. And it really gives you different answers. Like all of them actually give you different answers, even if you ask the same question, because of course they're emulating or they're using different information to base their answers on. So let me see. These are, if you explore GPTs, these are all the GPTs that you have available. Now, if you go to my GPTs, that's where I have all these three. And if you go and edit, let me show you edit just to see what I have. So the name, you can name it whatever you want, the description, I use this, which is also a question that I asked ChatGPT to use, the same as instructions. And basically in the instructions, you tell the GPT what you want to do with that GPT. Meaning, in this case, for example, I based it on JT Fox. So I'm not JT Fox. So I want the GPT to know that I am not JT Fox, but I'm basing the answers on his style, his trainings, his coachings. So he gives me an answer, or it gives me an answer based on that. And I also upload here, if I go down a little bit. So I uploaded, trainings, books that I have from him, but also the framework that I have for this GPT itself.
Yes.
So that's basically just like the instructions of how I want to use this GPT. And I also uploaded my bio, so I don't have to repeat myself every time I open a thread that has, I'm Luis Salavarria, I do this, I do that. So now he knows.
Yes.
So that's pretty much what I have. And if I go and ask, let's see, I want to create a newsletter about, this is for you, Helen. I want to create a newsletter about genealogy. Sealant. Detail. Okay. To do. Okay. Let me see what it comes up with. So this is what it tells you. And of course, this guy, JT Fox, is like a nonsense type of guy. He goes straight to the point. He's not sugarcoating anything. He's not gonna tell you, oh well, you could do this, you could that. No, it's like, forget about all this fluff. Do this. And that's why I like it, right? Because I prefer it to be like that instead of just sugarcoated. And if you go into each one of those, clarify your brand position, define your newsletter avatar. If you go okay, so I wanna go deeper on this. Not going to go deeper on that. You know, look at all it wrote just by you asking. And remember, guys, that since we're using AI at this level, AI is really powerful, but AI is nothing without like 95% maybe the AI itself, but the other 5% is what you give it, the input that you give it, right? So, and that's really the most important thing that you can give it. You know, the questions are actually a match to the answers. So if you want good answers, you have to ask good questions.
Luis?
And yes, go ahead, Gary.
I'm pretty familiar with using GPTs and, crafting my prompts.
Sure.
I'm really interested in how you created the GPT. I hope that's not a distraction for the rest of the group and they're interested too. But specific question, did you just point them at a body of knowledge that's available out there from JT Fox, or
Yeah.
so you didn't have to take your tribal knowledge that you got and upload scenarios and upload trainings and upload things?
No, but I did upload trainings. I uploaded as much information as I could about JT Fox and his trainings and his way of thinking, basically. And that meant sometimes it means pointing to a website where he has maybe YouTube channels, or sometimes it may be an actual training, MP3 if it's an audio, MP4 if it's a video. So that's what I have. It's just basically I'm trying to build this persona as if I was actually asking him these questions.
Got it.
That's what I created. And like I tell you, like I use this every single day, literally every single day.
And you use it for things that are not necessarily real estate related then.
Yeah.
You use it for he's
everything.
Your business coach. Yeah.
He's my business coach, yes. And you know what? Sometimes I even ask, I have this issue with, I don't know, with my family, my son wants to go somewhere. And I ask this GPT, I don't ask normal ChatGPT, but I ask this GPT the answer. And I tell you, like the level of the answers that it gives me is just so different to what this other, like, normal entry type of thing was going to give me.
Mm-hmm.
So I always use this GPT, except when I'm doing something for YouTube, and that's when I use this one, the YouTube creator GPT that I created, basically.
Interesting.
And this one, the Market Mind, I'm still developing that. I just haven't got the time to go ahead and do everything on this one. But the idea is just to have the trainings that I've done about stock investments and option investments to go into that drawer. So it knows when I ask something that I already went through in the trainings, it's going to know the answer. But I just haven't had the time. And now, since I'm part of also Go Baby Trade, which is another type of like bot investing type of thing with crypto, I just go ahead and do that. So
wow,
yeah.
So what kind of response have you been receiving to this?
For this, well, I mainly use it right now. I'm mainly using it for myself.
Okay.
But I tell you, like, I ask a lot of questions that are related to myself and my business. And even if it's just a little small message that I can write to invite somebody to my podcast, I always go through this GPT first.
Okay.
I may have an idea. It may be a good idea, mind you, but still, like, what it gives me, it's a lot better than anything that I can think of myself, and the wording and everything, So if I want to send a thank you message for, somebody helping me out in whatever fashion, I'm going to use this. And I tell you, like, the response and the feedback is just amazing. Amazing. It's really amazing. So I really, encourage you guys to do something like this. because you can do it yourself. I mean, I don't have to like, you don't have to do it through me. Is what I'm saying.
Yes, right, right.
I mean, you can, but I'm gonna charge. So
So you see that this is a possible service you could charge for.
yeah, definitely, definitely,
Oh, wow, that's
definitely.
super interesting.
I realized that a lot of people, they don't know. First of all, they don't know how to use AI, but also they don't know how to use AI properly. They're just still using AI for writing emails or really basic stuff. They don't see the possibilities with this. I mean, you can do. I know, like some people have discussed about agents and like AI agents and all that, AI employees. That's just like the surface of what you can actually do.
Yes, yes. Oh, I love this. This is so cool. So a lot of
Yeah.
us have mentors in our lives and people we admire, people whose either podcasts or books or other things, teachings. So uploading a subset of the things that we admire most into a custom GPT like this, and then just asking it questions. I mean, that just blows my mind. It is so amazing. As Helen said the same thing, mind blowing. So, yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, Luis. This is amazing. So, other questions for Luis, insights or ideas?
Are you using ChatGPT Pro or Advanced or which version?
I'm not sure.
Please.
Let me look. What would that say? I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know which. I know it's the paid version.
So that would be
I think it's pro. I mean, like the entry level one. I'm not
plus.
really. Or
There's
plus, yeah, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's
that one.
free, there's plus, which is $20 a month,
Yeah,
and
that's the
then
one.
the pro, which is $200 a month.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm using the entry level, the plus one, and I'm sure that if I went to the 200 one, it would probably get better. But as far as I know, this one is really, really good.
Yeah,
And
that's
I don't think it has to do a lot of. Or I don't think it thinks that it has to do with the version of it, but more with what you can do with the GPTs that you can actually create.
right.
But I do know that it cannot be, as far as I know, I don't think you can actually do this type of GPTs in the free version.
I think you're right, Luis.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think you have to go for the paid version. You don't have to go all the way for the most expensive one, but I think you have to go for the paid one, for the $21, the $20, whatever.
$20 a month. Yes, you got it.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Emmeline.
Hi, Luis.
Hey, Emily.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
You shared that one GPT, but you said that you had one on YouTube. Could you share a
Sure.
little bit on your prompt on that? I mean, I have a YouTube channel
Sure.
that I really need to work. It's a faceless channel, but there's so much to learn. So it just would be nice to have a GPT that could help me too.
Of course. Let me see. If I go to YouTube Creator. And I think I can go into, yeah, first of all, let me explore my GPTs again.
Okay.
So you can see, because to be honest, I don't remember. I mean, I don't remember by heart. I do remember that I did basically the same process that I did for the business one, I did for YouTube. And I asked, so I want to create my YouTube channel, and I wanted to be based off of the teachings of Mr. Beast and Marquez Brownlee and other people that are like really, really influencers and that know their stuff. And I want you to give me the description for that GPT, the instructions, and the conversation starters, and it gave me all those things. So I just filled them out.
Okay.
And then all of this, the whatever the PDFs here,
Mhm.
I uploaded those. I think these are text form of videos that like Mr. Beast or Marques Brownlee had that went viral. And I just wanted to emulate those videos and probably try to deduce why they went viral. So it would know what I'm expecting from the GPT when I ask questions.
So you just you went to the video, you went to the page, you clicked on more, and then you just printed the web page with all the description
exactly.
to a PDF.
Yeah, I transcribed. I think
you transcribed it.
Yeah, I just transcribed it. I don't know exactly what tool I used to do that, but you just transcribe it, any way you can, and then you use the transcription to upload it here.
Got it.
To use as knowledge, as you can see, as knowledge for the GPT.
Very helpful. Very helpful.
And this is a faceless channel, so my name is not here anywhere because this has nothing to do with me or real estate. This is something else completely different.
Got it.
But this is basically the process that you can follow and do the same. Anything else, Emily?
No, that's very, very helpful. Thank you.
All right.
This is just amazing. I love it. This is the kind of innovative thing that people are coming up with, and you jumped in and innovated it, and sharing it with us. So I am so delighted that you came on to share it with us. Other questions or insights, or have other people tried to do something like this?
Yeah, I don't want to dominate, but just another question. So when you've got a purpose-built GPT, and then you're throwing other questions at it, do you get any clutter or pollution? If on your primary GPT, like does it remember? Does it start putting your personal, like if you're asking about some issue that you had with your son, does it ever kind of cross-pollinate and make it harder to use it for real estate because you're throwing other stuff into it?
I see what you mean. Yeah. So what you do, let me share my screen again. What you do is you open a new thread for each question is what I mean. Let me get out of here. So I don't know if you see this on this menu on the left, like genealogy, newsletter tasks. So that's the question that I asked for Helen, right? Now, if you want to now ask something else, just go here, click on new chat, and you ask whatever other questions you may have. So that other thing that we asked about the newsletter is going to be like in a little compartment. So it's going to have its own drawer where you can look it up. And, if you have other questions about that, you can always open that drawer again later. But that doesn't mean that it's going to, as you said, going to be like cross-pollinated or polluted or whatever, because you're asking different questions in different threads. It's the same GPT, but just different, ways of thinking because you're talking about a specific topic.
Makes sense.
And I have, like, on this one, I checked the other day, I have like 300 and something threads since I first started using it a few months back. Some of those threads I actually have I have gone deeper in them, because sometimes I think like, oh, so I have to go back to that conversation that I had with this guy, and I know that I had some thread done or written about that specific thing. So let me just go back to that thread. So I go back and I see what I wrote. I see what the answers were, and I go ahead and ask another questions about or questions or whatever about at that specific topic, and I can ask that again.
I use the search chats for that a lot because I get so many chats I can't find them, but I search
Right.
right up there in the upper right.
Right. Yeah. Right here. Yeah. Right here. Yeah. I see it. Yeah. Exactly. That's a really good thing. That really good. The search side. The search is really good for that. Yes. Exactly. I'm sorry. Who was going to ask? Somebody was going to ask something.
That was me. I
No,
apologize for
go ahead.
interrupting.
No, of course. Go
Um,
ahead.
I absolutely love this. I love using GPTs, but I had never thought of taking mentors and business coaches and creating GPTs with their stuff. And this is absolutely brilliant. So thank you for sharing that with us. The GPT that I actually created one for myself where I uploaded all my personality tests that I have ever done, uploaded my assets with everything that I have done work-wise, all the jobs I have had, all the tasks, all the experiences and everything else. So when I want to write something in my voice, it knows who I am and it comes very
Right.
close to matching that up.
Yeah.
But this is dynamite. My brain's going off in 10 different
you know
directions.
what, Helen, what I've seen other people do as well. I know this guy. I mean, I know of this guy who has, I think he's an insurance agent or he has an insurance company or so, or I think he sells insurance, right? So he did something like this and he's using the AI GPT to clone himself because there are so many things that you have to know about what he does. And I don't know exactly what they do, like insurance agents, but they have to know code. They have to know, things to do with, laws and rules and regulations and stuff like that. So he uploaded everything into this GPT that he created. And he is using that GPT in tandem with this other GPT, like a business GPT, similar to the one that I'm using. And he's just like killing it because he's able to create himself, like recreate himself, like clone himself. And now he doesn't have to spend too much time teaching or training people that are working for him because they can just go into that GPT and ask the questions. And it's just basically like asking him.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
really,
awesome.
really, really powerful. Really, really powerful.
Yeah.
I love this.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Dean has a question. Dean? Oh. Did we lose you, Dean? Oh, you're
You're
muted.
muted. Yeah, you're muted.
Always happens to me. So first of all, I want to thank you for talking to us all today and sharing this. I think it's fantastic. I'm curious, since I know 8 weeks ago or before that, we were all talking about GPTs and creating them and so forth. And then ChatGPT kind of moved on to agents. Have you started working on an agent that will actually do things for you based on?
No, to be honest, I haven't. I don't even know how agents work.
Yeah.
So I'm totally honest.
No,
I
but
created this GPT and I'm using everything myself, but I haven't created anything to work for me.
well, I think that's wise because when you kind of master something, then that's really your strength, and you really know it well and inside and out. So sticking with that, I think is probably a very good strategy instead of jumping to the next shiny object, so to speak. I know for myself, I would like to master maybe one, two, or three steps or functions of ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, and just really focus on knowing how to use those fundamental things in my business before graduating on to others. And I just haven't been able to lock on to a few processes that I do.
And what do you do? What do you use for business, Dean?
I am a realtor.
Okay.
And I work with investors as well as, people looking for homes. I'm looking to do, my main weakness, like every realtor on the planet, is probably follow-up, you know.
Okay.
So I'm looking to create some systems for myself that have workflows and follow-ups and automation so that I can multiply myself. and my
Sure.
type of thing. So
Yeah, and
and here,
I've worked, and I have worked with realtors. Actually, my wife, she has a W-2 job normal, but she also has a license as a realtor to help me. Sometimes, when we have a friend that wants to buy a house or whatever that we know, that she serves as a realtor because I have the experience and she has the license basically.
oh, that's a good synergy.
Yeah. So I know all about what you're saying. Like, the follow-up is key in any industry, right?
Yeah.
And one thing that I can definitely, do, and maybe we can talk about this, offline, is develop all the sequence that you need to do. And I can actually help you do that too. Like develop all the sequence for follow-up for somebody that or that is wanting to maybe buy a house in the near future, the next 3 months or something. So I can help you do that because those are parameters that you can actually use in this GPT that I have.
Very interesting. Well, I think it was last week I took some notes about you, and I had put that you had I don't know if it was you or something we discussed last week about looking for businesses that were running Google ads and searches like that. But yeah, for me, I think the main thing is follow up and multiplying myself. I have a really sad story. I was in Boynton Beach yesterday doing some video shoots, and I called a client that I sold him a home last about 14 months ago, and I went over and visited him, and he was really happy to see me. And one of the first things out of his mouth is, "Where have you been?" Because I've called him a couple few times during the year, to check on him. We were supposed to have lunch. We didn't really, and he said two of his relatives had just bought in Palm Beach County. And had I been in contact with him, he certainly would have, recommended me because I did a great job for him. So that, and I just, the whole night, I was just kicking myself that my follow-up was not what it should have been, because I did a fantastic job for him, negotiated a great deal, and he was very pleased with my work. But once someone's transaction is done, you're not top of mind, 6 months, 8 months later.
Of course.
Well, Dean, do you have a newsletter or something that you can send out on an ongoing basis?
Yeah, what I'm looking to do is create a monthly or weekly newsletter. I have a database in my CRM. Every open house I do, every my activities I send out to all my database. And quite frankly, I've been involved in a luxury project, and I put all my eggs in one basket for the last 4 months or so. With this luxury project down on the beach. It's a great investment thing run by Marriott International. And just I didn't keep up with my standard, customers in follow-up.
Well, do you have a VA who can do that for you? Do you just write the content?
Who said that? I can't hear you. You're coming in muffled.
Do you have a VA, an assistant?
No, I'm not that big yet.
You need to find out or figure out a way to have someone else do just the administrative stuff. Teach them what to do or how to do it, but you write the content, tell them to send it out on a monthly basis.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely considering all of those things. For right now, it's just me, and I need to get some systems in place that replicate what I'm doing or multiply what I'm doing.
A good CRM will help you with that if you've got that. I use Go High Level, and building it one step at a time and just improving and increasing on whatever you have. So,
and Gary, that I was gonna just talk about that too. Some of those 300 and something threads that I have on this GPT, no, I wouldn't say most, but most of them that I've done recently have to do with improving my operations and my processes inside of Go High Level. And so I've started a newsletter because I used to have, I started like a podcast and a webinar for my investors last year, maybe a year and a half ago. And since then, I didn't have anything else. And I know in terms of business, you have to have also newsletters, and like it's all about touches, right? So the more touches that you have, the better. So the more available you are for people, the better. Especially you, Dean. And since you are a realtor, right? So they want to see your face in different forms, in different platforms, everywhere, right? So you need, as Gary said, a CRM. Go High Level is the one that I guess that we both use. That's really, really good. Right. But also then it's the learning curve. It doesn't have to be that steep, is what I mean, because at the beginning when I first started, it was really daunting to know anything because I didn't know anything. But now, any question that I have, I ask my friend GPT, So I ask, so what I need to do this. I need to do an email campaign for the people that are already inside my newsletter. What should I do? Tell me the steps inside Go High Level. And it tells me, this is what you need to do. Okay, so I need deeper things because I don't really know how to use Go High Level. Okay, so you need to go click here, do this, go to the right. It's like really, really like really granular if you want to go that deep, And if you do that, it really helps you. Like I'm an engineer by trade, so I like that structure, I like it telling me things because if I know what to do, I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
No, I'm sold. I've been playing with Go High Level, and I really like the in fact, I'm excited by the workflows, the automations, and I just looked up a new gentleman. He's not new, but I'm new to him, and he some of his automations, the if and what and so forth, just blew my mind. So, that's definitely on my program for 2026 and getting my problem, like a lot of realtors, is consistency. And it's very hard for me to admit that because throughout my sales career, I've been very consistent where others fall off, but it's just a daunting task. I think I get overwhelmed. I'm good with AI, step 1, step 2, step 3. When they get to step 16, my eyes glaze over.
But that's why you need a system. Because I think anyone's eyes would glaze over too. But if you have a system, then the system is there because you're telling it what to do in advance. You set it up and you forget it, right? And that's what I did with my newsletter. I started doing actually not newsletter. I had the newsletter, but I also started my blog. And I realized that they sort of look the same sometimes. They're similar. They're not exactly the same. But I was able to automate that part using Go High Level. So I did a bunch of articles, maybe 16 or 20 articles, and I spaced them out to be sent one per week. So now I have 20 weeks that I don't have to worry about that because I set it up and literally forgot about it.
Yeah, you put them on Facebook every Monday, don't you, Luis?
Yeah. I actually, on Facebook, I actually put them every single day. But those are like normal posts that I do on LinkedIn. I just exactly copy word for word what I have on LinkedIn, and I actually put it on Facebook. Yes.
Well, after last week's session, Luis, I went on Facebook and I don't know if I friended you or followed you, but I was, very.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know. I didn't see. But please share with me, Dean, your contact.
I'll put it.
I will get in touch with you because I think you need something more like tailor-made for branding. What you need is branding. What you need is just people to get to know you and like to be top of mind. And for that, you don't need a lot, to be honest. You just need to be consistent.
Okay, I'm putting it in the chat right now here, Louis.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I would
coach.
say, Dean, also just to understand the fundamentals of, I mean, to map it out and understand where your people are going to see you, then understand how the Google rankings and how the searches happen. And Luis is, I'm sure, very good at this. But once you understand that, you don't have, it's not rocket science. You just have to be, like you said, consistent and just putting information out there. And pretty soon, everybody's going to see your face. You want people to see your face all the time, and to think of you as, of course, I'm going to call that guy, because most people don't know who to call. And if they're seeing you all the time on Facebook, on YouTube, popping things up, LinkedIn, you're just going to be the guy that they think of first. And it can happen if you're just consistent. If you're more consistent than the people that you're competing with, you'll beat them.
Yeah, I think I can outwork anybody, but yeah, for 2026, actually, I'm changing my program. I have three goals. One, Lewis, if we talk offline, my one goal is to get a weekly or monthly newsletter. Second goal is to get a consistent blog out, either once or twice a week. Um, and the third thing I'm doing is some local area marketing. So basically, all the things are to bring people back to my website. The blog that I place on Facebook or wherever it may be are going to be links back to my website. The newsletter and so forth will be links that bring people back to my website. So I'm actually going to start something I haven't done in 20 years. I'm going to start a door knocking uh, program, and that's something I've never wanted. There's a gentleman, one of my colleagues who I respect a lot. He's closing between 2 and 4 sales a month from door knocking. That I could not believe. From door knocking. So I did a video at one of his property. First video I've ever done, by the way. Tears, I almost tagged you on it. First video I've ever done at one of his listings, and I edited it last night with the help of AI, and posted it on Facebook last night from the video yesterday. So
That
It
is
sounds
super
like
exciting. Go ahead.
that is really good. That is really good. I'm excited for that too. And I think it always comes down to action, right? Execution. And I'm also an avid reader, and I like to read. This book that I read, I finished it today, and it's called The Gap and the Gain by Dan Sullivan. You guys have to get that book. It's really, really good. Really, 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 really good. And if you give me a few minutes, I'm gonna get the link, because I actually had the thing open. So I'm gonna get the link for you guys and just put it here in the chat, because that's an exceptional book. You guys have to get that book. It really helped me focus on the notion is to focus on the gain, and the gain means whatever you have, not whatever you're lacking. Usually we humans tend to focus on what's lacking, and that's wrong. And you don't even know how wrong that is. It's just it's normal for anybody to think about what you're measuring against, to think about just what you're lacking, what you need to get there. So you maybe have 95% done. You're always focusing on the 5% and not on the 95% that you already have done, which is crazy, but that's the way a lot of us think.
yeah,
So
read one book a quarter, and I just finished The Full Fee Agent.
Yeah.
Really shifted my mind as far as there's a lot of realtors that just discount their worth, and really changed my mind as to how I prepare for appointments and how I sell my services and so forth. Excellent.
Yeah, yeah, and the reason that I brought up that book is because you have done a lot, a lot, and you're still thinking about doing more, and that's really cool. But don't forget what you've done, is what I'm saying.
Dean, how long have you been a realtor?
Well, I've been a realtor, uh, licensed 3 years. I've been in real estate and mortgages 23 years. And as a mortgage professional, I had my own branch office at one point, but as a mortgage professional, I saved so many realtors deals that, they were full-time school teachers and part-time realtors and they didn't know what they were doing.
Mm.
And it wasn't until I decided that, I really wanted, the realtors have all the excitement. The mortgage people sit behind a desk and get people, it's pretty boring. So, and I'm really happy to be working with investors, doing some exciting projects and things. So, I, I I guess I don't do things the way a typical realtor does. I was doing 3 hours of phone work Monday through Thursday every day, setting appointments from that using RedX. I don't know if you guys have ever used RedX as a dialer and data provider. Excellent. So, and that's where I've got over 200 contacts in my CRM from speaking to people and setting appointments and that type of thing. But now I'm Lewis, what you said is very important. Don't forget what you've done. And I think I know my mistake might have been the foundation that I built and the activities that I have done. I've put those aside to do something new. And I think you need to keep that and keep building on top of it and not forget what you've done. And you really, that's such a valid point to make.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. This has been an amazing discussion. This is so exciting. First of all, I want to thank Luis for coming on here and sharing his expertise and his insights, and for the connections I see being made in this group between the different attendees. I this is quite wonderful, and I appreciate people stepping up to if they ever want to be a guest speaker. And I plan to invite more in the coming 2026 to share their insights with all of us as well. So thank you once again, Luis. For next week, we will be meeting next week. It is the day after Christmas. It will be recorded, but on that one, I would like for those who come to bring just kind of like what Dean and Luis were talking about. Think about what your goals are for 2026 and what it is you would like to accomplish, and perhaps how AI might be able to help you accomplish those things. It's going to be an amazing year. I feel most strongly about 2026. 2025 has been very exciting, lots of ups and downs, but very exciting, and I think 2026 will even be better. So, on that note, thank you all so much for coming and sharing. This is a most exciting group, and I am so pleased to have all of you here. So, have a wonderful Christmas, wonderful holidays, and we will see you again next week or in 2026. Bye.
Happy holiday.
Happy
Bye, guys.
holidays.
Happy holidays.